so let me give you a little tour of what I've done. So up here I got this 4-tiered shelf from Hobby Lobby. As you can see, the tags over there, it was $75. I just think it really goes well with the aesthetic of my Amazon table, especially since the black accents and everything. So I think it looks perfectly there. And once I saw it, I knew I had to get it. So I bought this. So up top here, right now I have some shirt samples that I need to take pictures of. But once I'm done with that, I'll put that in my sample area. But once these are all gone, this is where I'm planning on putting my completed orders, so then I can just get to packaging. So that's kind of what I have with that. Here are the poly mailers that I'm using. So I buy my poly mailers from Graceful Mailers, also from Amazon. I have my scale here, just in case if I need it. And then I have my partner mail shipping, not labels, but I guess they're kind of labels. So I have all that to go, ready to go, so whenever I get an order, I can just package it over here, grab my stuff, and move along. Here I have my plastic sleeves, or not, I guess plastic sleeves or cellophane envelope things, the containers. Basically, these are what I put my items in before I put them into poly mailers, just for an extra layer of protection. So I have small ones, which I'll include a link in the description for all of my shipping supplies. So I have the small ones on top because that's primarily what I use. And then behind them I have my larger ones for my larger orders, such as my knit scarves, because they're obviously pretty bulky. And then down here I have my extra poly mailers. So these two, or these three, so this one, and these are from Graceful Mailers. I bought a bunch of them from her. I also have some larger teal ones, just again from my larger orders. Then I have some blue floral ones that I got from Amazon. And then I have a bunch of the black gingham for boys' outfits. So these ones up at top here I'm planning on using for summer and fall. And then once we get into the winter months, I'm planning on transitioning to the floral and then also the gingham. All right, down here I have my Cricut mats. I don't know what to do with them. I have some pegboards that I purchased, but they're just kind of there in the corner for now. Next, I have all my cords that I just kind of shoved over here so they're not in the way of anything. Then over here I have 2 bins of kind of the first one on top here is kind of like office supplies, like pens and tape and miscellaneous things that I don't need right now. And then at the bottom are different sewing supplies, such as thread and extra needles and things like that. All right, so then down here I have my more shipping supplies. So I will primarily pretty much be only using stuff in here, but I wanted to kind of keep my shipping area right in here. So let me open this up. So as you can see, it has some holiday stickers. This is what I use to clean my serger and my sewing machines, just to keep all the lint and everything off. The Etsy packaging tape, some scissors, some stamps. It looks like I have a stapler. So just kind of a bunch of miscellaneous items there. Next here is where I keep some more stamps, and then I have packaging tape, stickers, just a bunch of stuff. And then down here, still kind of have to reorganize this. I haven't really touched it, but this is just kind of random Gildan shirts that I got a few years ago. Okay. Then down here, I have this is my little trash can that if you watch, it goes down slowly, so I don't have to worry about it slamming into anything. Now up here is probably this corner is my most favorite part that I did for my craft room. So over here I have my Cricut. I just kind of put it over there. I don't really use it that much, but I'm planning on making new items for my Etsy shop. I'm going to be making SVG samples. I'll probably have a whole tutorial on how I do that. Got my good old mini heat press. As you guys know, if you've watched my videos, this is typically where I do my pressing. just because it's right next to my sewing machine and I can just swivel on over here. Next on top I have 2 plastic bins. I showed you both how I kind of organize them, but this is essentially my sewing label, so it has all the different sizes as well as my name tags. And then here I downsized my plastic snaps to a smaller container because I don't really use all those plastic snaps, so I put the ones that I most commonly use in here. That way I don't have a big bulky kind of organizer just hanging about here, because I want as much empty desk space as I can so I have more room to work. So I have those both just easily on top of here. Again, helps makes some extra space. Here I have some scissors, an old rotary cutter, some screwdrivers, some pens, again a bunch of scissors, and just a bunch of miscellaneous items. I have my items for my Cricut to weed things. So here's the one tool. So that's kind of what I have with that. I usually keep my embroidery scissors in here as well. However, I was just working on embroidery, so they're not in here yet. And you kind of got to be careful with how you use this. And I got this from TJ Maxx. So you kind of got to, like, there's this little lift here, so if you just kind of pulled it straight out, it wouldn't do anything. So you kind of have to lift it up a little bit. Here are some more packaging supplies. So I have cordless headphones, so I just kind of leave these in here just in case. These are all of my coupon cards for my orders that I put in every order. These are my thank you cards. And then back in there are my thank you stickers. Last but not least, this I kind of have pieces of extra Heat and Bond Light. These are my snap plier things. So this is what I use to apply part of my plastic snaps. So I have this for one part of my snaps, and I have a hand press for the other. And then here's just a bunch of extra stabilizer that I have. So this is kind of just like the extra bit section. So if I ever just need to cut a super small bit of stabilizer or my Heat and Bond Light, then I know where it is. All right, next I have my 12-inch ruler. So I use that all the time, so I keep that there. This I use to apply to my Cricut mats. It just makes it easy so there's no bubbling. Of course, like I said, this is also my my pressing station. It's like a heat pressing mat. Here are my magic clips. I have a bunch of them that I just keep in here. Of course, I kind of closed it pretty shut, but I have a bunch in here. There are my pins. This is a magnetic, it's a magnet pretty much, and this is where I usually put my pins, because I use these pins to thread my elastic through the casings. This is the sewing machine oil that I use. I have some tape. Of course, my sewing machine, which I have some pre-wound bobbins here. Or not, they're not pre-wound, but I have some bobbins that I wounded myself. I just kind of keep this all in the one area so I know where everything is. Let me get my chair here. All right, so down here, this is where I'm keeping all of my blanks. So at the moment, these are all of my girl blanks. As you can tell, my Etsy shop is primarily items for girls. So this is kind of where I keep everything. I have it organized from 12 months all the way to 10 years over there. So I kind of keep everything nice and organized in here. As you can see, I primarily use white, but I also have different colors that I'm going to be using for samples. So hopefully I can diversify the colors of my girl shirts. And as a reminder, I get all my shirts from AJ Blanks. This is supposed to be the boy section. As you can see, it is quite desolate because I don't really have any boy items up in my shop. But I do have some shirts for boys, so there are some options. Oh, I didn't even know I had a gray, so that's cool. So I have gray and white, hoping to get black one day as well, but again, primarily have white. And then down here, I have a bunch of baby caps and some baby gowns. I also have some dresses from A&B Blanks that I'm planning on putting in here, but that is in my closet of doom, which I have yet to organize. Whatever. All right. So then up here, this is where I keep all of my orders. I do have one open order that I just finished out cutting, so usually when I get an order, I print it up, put the thank you sticker on, put it in one of these sleeves, and then I put it on my table in my, main room area, the dining room, I guess. I don't really have a dining room, but then this is my label printer. I haven't touched anything here. I just kind of like that it's here and out of the way. Then over here, I have all of my onesies. I don't offer any onesies in my Etsy shop right now. However, I used to, so I have a bunch of left over. So that's that. And then over in the corner here, I have a bunch of paper. So that is essentially my sewing section. Overall, I'm very happy with it. I really love this kind of shipping section. I think it's very satisfying with all the drawers. But one thing that I was concerned about is, again, it gave me anxiety seeing all of this empty space not being utilized under this table. So I'm very happy that it's all kind of put together nice. There is this little opening here, but that's for my feet for when I sew. As you can see, there's the foot press. So yeah, that is pretty much my craft room in general. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really wanted to do some ASMR bits, so that's why I included that in here. And then I was gonna do like a silent showing exactly how I organized everything, but I kind of wanted to explain what area and what sections are for what, so you guys can kind of understand it. And I don't think you would have really got it if it was kind of a silent video. So anyways, this is part 1 of series. I'm planning on having 3 videos. This is part 1 of 3. I am planning on organizing my embroidery area next. As you can see, it's kind of a disaster. So that's kind of my plan next, is I'm gonna organize all of that. Again, try to get rid of unnecessary empty space. And then I also have to kind of organize my serger area as well. So I'll probably have that in next video's part as well, just because it's kind of parallel to each other. And then the last part that should be the most interesting is conquering my closet over here that is a complete and utter disaster. I haven't organized since I moved in, so there's a lot of empty boxes that don't have much in it and takes up a lot of space. So planning on getting rid of stuff, hopefully putting up shelves. Just again, I don't want it to be too cluttered in there, and right now it's very cluttered. So there might be some things that I have to purge. For example, I have some hardware that I used for making handbags and purses that I don't really use anymore. So I thought to myself, why am I keeping all of that if I'm not going to plan on using it? So that's one thing I'm going to purge and just kind of do some general organizing. But so far I'm feeling very satisfied with my sewing area. I'm very happy with it. I think it's looking great. So yeah, so like I said, that is it for part 1 of this video. Definitely stay tuned for part 2. As you guys probably know, while you're watching this, I'm currently on vacation. So I have some other videos that I'm planning on releasing as well, including some embroidery tutorials. So yeah, I hope you guys look forward to those. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please be sure to subscribe. When I come back from my vacation, I'm planning on continuing my weekly Wednesday lives, where I work on orders, I make new items, cut fabric, I do all sorts of things. So if you guys haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so, giving this video a thumbs up, and yeah, leave a comment down below on how you think I organize my craft room, or if you have any tips or tricks in general for staying organized, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.